And welcome to our class, Kamalayan Lifelong Learning Alternative Success System. Ako si Tato Malay, tayo magkakasama na naman sa isang oras ng pag-aaral, pag-unawa, pag-intindi ng mga bagay-bagay na kailangan natin matuntunan sa mga panahon ngayon. Yan. Okay, hindi ko kayo nakasama kahapon dahil sabi ko nga sa inyo, day off ko yan. Well, wala naman tayo talaga specific day off ko ano. Pero sa tingin ko, this coming Sunday, ay ako naman ay mawawala uli. Pero sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi na tayo daily in terms of, well, even up to Sunday, no? So, either Sunday or Monday, depende yan. Or sometimes baka both. It all depends. We need to really now also do other things aside from well, of course, commitment natin ito. Pwede naman ako mag-tape. Kaya lang, mas maganda kasi pag itong klase ay live kasi nakakapag-participate ang mga ating mga kamag-aral. Yan. Tayo lahat dito ay kamag-aral ang tawag. Walang teacher dito. Pati ako nag-aaral pa rin. Kasi lifelong learning na ito eh. Walang ano ito, walang tigil, walang graduate. So habang buhay. Alright, magandang hapon. Gian, Bandolin Gan. And hello, Doris Tayag Puno. Yan, nandyan na sila. Okay, so as I've said, today we'll talk again about another topic. No? At ito ay, well, sabi ka eh, ano ba ito? Meron bang ganito? Para bang, para bang ano na namang iniimbento ni Tato Malay. Hindi ko iniimbento ito. Kaya lang, pag ina-analyze mo kasi mga nangyayari o yung mga nangyari, para bang mayroong may hindi naman kulang. Pero siguro kailangan maintindihan o i-adjust in terms of the ideas. So, katulad na lang nitong topic natin ngayon, no? Ay, sabi ko, I believe in the Now Testament. Ano yung Now Testament? Meron ba yan now? Di ba meron lang Old and New Testament? Well, sabi ko nga, ano ba talaga ang katotohanan? Is there time and space? Is there really something like old and new? Old and young? Or rather, small and big? Tall and little? Small and little. Small and large. Yan, dapat. Big and small. Big and little. Yan. Pare-pareho yung synonyms lahat yun. But anyway, I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Now, ang tanong eh, if there is no old and there is no new, because there's no time, time is an illusion. So what is there? Di ba? The now, the present. So, ano yun? Oh, di kung ano yung present, yun ang ating gagawin. Ano yung gagawin? Yun yung ating iintindihin. Di ba? We can only do things in the present. Remember that. We cannot do it in the past because the past is gone. We cannot do it in the future because it's not yet there. So what can we do? When can we do it? Only during the present, in the present. So yan ang ating nakikitang kapangyarihan natin, the power that we have. Hello, Axel Mark Anthony. O, di ba? Now, if I will this is not an original thought of mine. No? I heard this from my spiritual mentor, si Martin Murdad. Uh, he talks about, well, he's the head of the Global Consciousness for, Global Center for Christ Consciousness. Yeah. So, I follow him. I actually listen to him a lot. And that's where I get my new ideas as well. I mean, magaling siya in a way. I mean, among all the mentors that I had already met or rather listened to or watched in the past, somehow napaka-refreshing ng mga ideas niya. All right. So anyway, but I'm just there's nothing that he said about what the New Testament is. He just mentioned that if he will write a new Bible, he would call it the New Testament, which is okay. Sabi, hindi rin pa rin niya nagagawa. And I researched on it sa Google, sa internet, wala ako nakitang Now Testament. It's always the New Testament that I mentioned and the Old. Now, the thing here is, anong kakaiba dito sa pag sinabi kong Now Testament? If I will really write a book which would be called the Now Testament, ano ang laman niyan? Aba, secret. Hindi. Hindi. Marami. Maganda. I will include siguro yung mga tinuturo ko about divine power, di ba? The power that we have. Kasi dun sa mga Old and New Testament, somehow, hindi na ituro ng maayos yung the power that we have. Or baka wala pang ang tinuro talaga eh. But Jesus was hinting on it. He was always saying that what I can do, you can do better. So that means we have that divine power. Hindi lang masyadong na-play up sa New Testament. Kaya, yan, doon ko naisip lang nga, oo nga, no, kailangan natin talaga ng bagong, uh, I would say, libro. Kung ayaw niyong ma-offend, I mean, baka naman magagalit na naman sa akin yung mga purist when it comes to the Bible. Well, let's not call it the Bible anymore. Basta, I'll call it the New Testament. Although that doesn't really imply that it is a biblical thing. So, what will I talk about there? Well, ito nga, how to really have that divine power or use that divine power. How did that divine power come into being in terms of that all of us rather can access it? So, yun ang aking magandang gustong ilagay doon. Alright, nahuhulog na naman ang aking telepono. Nakikita ko nag-i-slide. Alright, di ba? Maganda eh. Ano pa ang ilalagay ko ron? Di ba marami akong tinuturo dito. Many of them are really lessons from extraterrestrials. So, sila talaga yung in the now. Because in their own civilizations, they don't have time. They don't, I mean, for them, time is an illusion. So they only have the present. So there's no past in them and there's no future. So it's always now, in the now. So tuturo ko yung mga natutunan ko sa ang dami kong masishare doon eh, no? Oo nga, no? Ganito pala talaga isulat talaga yan. The new in terms of, well, the now. Kasi wala namang new eh. It's already there. It's always present, in the present. Okay. So, tignan natin muna kung sino yung mga ating mga mag-aral, mga classmates na nasa loob na ng ating school o ating class. Okay. Let's see first. Let's see who are here. All right. Bakit wala? Walang nakalagay dito. Ayan, meron na. Ayan, sino-sino. So, of course, nandiyan si Doris Tayag Puno, si Gian Baldolingan, and Axel Mark Anthony, and Kit Kat Rebellious. Miss Kit Kat Rebellious. Ay, Kit Kat. Saan na si Jerry? Si Jerry Tan, the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Jerry. Paramdam ka naman, Jerry. Tagal ka na nawawala. Ah, alright. So, ayan. Sino pa nandito? Marami tayong mga ano ngayon eh. Van is already around also. Is here in the house. Okay. So yeah. If you have questions, if you want to share anything, feel free. Just text it. I will read it. Or if you want, I can put you on, I mean, live video. Pwede tayo mag-usap kung gusto nyo. Pero kung ayaw nyo, eh, nasa sa inyo yan. No? I mean, I will not force you naman. Eh. Siyempre, yung iba eh, naku, hindi pa ako nagpa-parlor. So, mga, lalo na mga ladies natin. Kailangan pa ba magpa-parlor? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, let's go back to our main topic. Ang dami nga nangyayari ngayon, hindi ba? Sa FBR, nilibing na kanina. Talaga full military honors. State funeral. At talagang kumpleto siya. Siya lang kasi ang ano eh, military man who really became everything. Ano yung sabihin who became everything? Nag-start siya sa mababa, lieutenant, yata, tapos naging captain, tapos he rose from the ranks. But when he rose sa kanyang mga positions, aba eh, ang mga military men hanggang general lang, yung pinaka-top brass general na position, yun lang ang kanilang nagagawa. Pero si Ramos, President Ramos, became or did something higher or achieved something higher, which is being the commander-in-chief. Sa inyo. Ha? Lahat ng ibang general, eh, general lang. Pero si President Ramos, commander-in-chief ng lahat. Saan kayo lulugar? Siya lang ang military man na naka-reach na pati position ng commander-in-chief. Di ba? So talagang full honors ang binigay sa kanya ng military, which is okay. I mean, galing siya ron eh. Okay. Sino pa? Ano pa ang mga nangyari ngayon? Si Olivia Newton-John na maalam na rito sa present lifetime natin. So, at the age of 73 or 63. I don't know kung 73 siya o 63. 63 lang yata. Ayan, she already moved on. May cancer pala siya. Napanood ko ang Grease. Of course, the movie with John Travolta. But I also saw Grease sa Broadway sa New York. Hindi ko lang alam, hindi ko na matandaan kung sino yung nag-perform doon. Basta anyway, the same songs. Yun. Alam mo naman ako, mahilig ako sa mga musicals. Kaya pag nasa Broadway ako, yun ang aking pinipilahan. Kaya mga pinapanood ko, yan, mga Phantom of the Opera, Cats, okay, Miss Saigon. Miss Saigon, I didn't see it in Broadway. I saw it in Australia, in Sydney, and here in the Philippines. Yan. Imagine, nasa ibang country na ako. Pag meron kasi palabas sa country na yun na musical na hindi pinapalabas dito sa Pilipinas, panoorin ko. Siyempre, sayang eh. Nandiyan na yun. Ang gagaling ng mga cast. So, yan. So, another set of musical that I saw was Katips. Ay, dapat panoorin nyo. Katips. Ang ganda ng Katips. I recommend that all of you should watch it. No? I mean, regardless kung anong color nyo, panoorin nyo. It's a slice of history in terms of really what happened that made into a musical. Entertaining, very entertaining. That's why di ba sabi ko nga sa inyo if I will teach people something, hindi na ako magle-lecture eh. Itong ginagawa ko, I mean, ano to matrabaho na hindi masyado na-appreciate ng marami. Except yung mga nagiging kwan dito, regular, no? Pero if I do something na musical, especially if it's done in a movie, in a movie, ano talaga, form, talagang ang daming nakakapanood. So, yun ang maganda. Anyway, so, okay, let's go back to our main topic for today. So, ano ang kailangan natin maintindihan? The Now Testament. Siyempre, pag sinabi yung Now Testament, ano ang panyan? Ano ang kailangan nating palaging sa isip? That everything is just now. There's no past and there's no future. And because of that, wala tayong anong tawag dito? Dapat uh, masabing mas mabuti pa nung nakaraan. O sana gumanda na ang buhay ko. Hindi pwede mo sabihin na gano'n eh. Dahil wala ka na control dun sa ano na yun eh. But you only have the present. No, the thing here is, ano pa ituturo ko sa Now Testament. Diyan ko na-explain lahat ang parallel lives, parallel universes. Di ba? Na pwede kang pumunta to another planet if you want to because you have the power. Basically, ganun ang kanon eh. Hello, Samuel Garcia. Hello. Ganun ang panahon ng Old Testament. Di ba? Maraming kababalaghan nangyari doon. At kung hindi nyo iisipin na may kinalaman sa extraterrestrials yung mga nangyari, kulang yung magiging appreciation nyo dun sa Old Testament. Of course, andun yung angels, all right, divine beings. But aside from the angels, which are also beings of different, of another dimension, mga angels basically are part of the different dimensions that we can actually see. So, andyan lang sila lahat. I mean, tayo ay we're traveling from different dimensions from third to fifth already. Back and forth na lang tayo. Pababa at pataas, pababa. But we are already on the fifth dimension. And yung iba, nasa seventh, eighth, 12th, mataas. Like sila Jesus, the Buddha. It's all about the consciousness, their consciousness. Kapag naano mo. So basically, I'll talk about consciousness. Yun ang the Now Testament. Consciousness. And all naman. And basically about ano living not only here on earth, pero yun lang nga, meron ng, sabi nga contact with other alien civilizations. Bakit hindi? Bakit hindi pwede? Pwede na yan. Lapit na mangyari yan talaga na we are going to be really experiencing the manifesting in physical reality of these alien beings na hanggang ngayon ay sinasabi nila na ayaw pa magpakita. Although marami lang nandiyan dyan na nakakita na. And they're working here. Many of them are actually based here already on Earth. Kaya lang, hindi pa sila talaga in terms of, showing publicly their own their features rather. Hindi pa. Dahil hindi pa tayo handa. They're just waiting for our consciousness to really become more mature. So, yun. So, ano pa ang ating ilalagay dyan sa Now Testament? Ano pa? Well, of course, ano na eh, everything is modernized. So, mainly, life as we now see it in terms of advanced technology. Ah, iba na. High-tech, uh, space age, ano pa. So, yun ang magiging laman nun. And what beliefs will we really now see being promoted or being, I would say, explained in the Now Testament? We are not going to allow limiting beliefs anymore. Wala na yung limiting beliefs. It's all about infinite possibilities. It's all about, wow, other, yung ano tawag dito, yung walang imposible. Sabi nga, you know, everything can be or is possible, can happen. Tapos we will be talking more of teleportation, telepathy. Ah, normal na yon. Hindi na siya yung ilan lang ang nakakagawa. Yan. So, yun na ngayon ang magiging Now Testament. Marami nang sasabi na ano, di ba? Ito na lang God, yung divine power natin. Eh. Pag na-explain ko na ng maraming beses, ng gusto ito, you will discover here, ah, what some children can do already now, Filipino children. O, di ba? Ipiring mo yung mga mata nila, covered, show them something. Now, naka-cover yung mata nila and they will be able to read it, what is written, pero nakapikit sila. So, how is it being, how is it done? Is it somehow through a, a trick? Is there something na meron silang paraan as to how to really be able to do it? Or it's more of the mind na talaga. O, ayan, di ba? Tsaka dito sa the New Testament, self-mastery. It's basically all about you. Oh, sino nang sasapi sa aking bagong relihiyon? Yun ang ating bagong Biblia. Nakala nyo loko ko. Hindi, kasi ito, wala ang gumagawa eh. Kaya sabi ko, gawin ko na lang kaya. Maniniwala kaya mga tao. No? Pag ginawa ko na talaga, the New Testament, although, yun na nga, sabi ko, hindi nga ako original dyan. I picked it up from my spiritual mentor. Pero, since sabi nga niya, gusto rin niyang gawin. Sabihin, hindi pa na rin niya ginagawa. Hindi, sabay na lang kami gawin yan. So, the Now Testament. Everything is in the now. We have that divine power. We can do anything. Ang kuha natin, hindi na tayo naghihirap. Wala na yung suffering. Yan, that's not included in the Now Testament. Walang suffering. Why? Because we are already in a higher dimension. Pag nasa higher dimension ka na, you can overcome already those wala lang sakit. Yan, no more sickness. Okay. Ano ang mangyayari, di ba? In a higher civilization, which we will be discussing in the New Testament. O ano ang mangyayaring kwan dyan? Ah, the environment will be really taken care of. Walang sisira ng puno, walang sisira ng kalikasan, walang magpopollute ng mga karagatan. Everything will be sacred. Everything will be, this is what we will teach in the Now Testament. O, hindi ba maganda? Which is being done already by other civilizations in other planets. That's why nga sila, they don't kill animals. They don't eat animals. They only are eating vegetables or, if you go to another planet at pinatay kang isang baboy doon at kinain mo, nako, baka hindi ka na makabalik doon. Sabihin nila, why did you kill this, this lovable create creature rather? No, creature. They're one with everything kasi. And that's what we will teach in the Now Testament, oneness. O, di ba? Kung si BBM, tinuturo niya yung unity. Dito talaga, oneness. Sabihin, wala ka ng lusot. What do you mean wala ka ng lusot? Kasi kahit na saan ka pumunta, you're still one. Right now, what did religions teach us? They taught us what we call now separation theology. What is separation theology? That we are separated from God. Oh, ayan ang nasa Biblia. God is separated from us because God is up there in heaven. We are down here. And di ba yan ang pinipicture nila? So dito, walang separation. We are one with that God that we are talking about. Tapos, ano pa? Masashock lang kasi iba pag binanggit ko na yung mga iba kong ano. uh, Talagang marami tayong ilalagay dyan. So, the Now Testament. Bago na talaga ang mangyayari. Hello, Jensky, Nilo, Malay. Hello. Ayan. Ang daming ko natin ngayon. Mga kamag-aral. Tapos, ano pa, ang gagawin natin? Tuturo natin sa ating Now Testament. We actually will respect everything, especially our bodies. So, ano ang gagawin natin when we respect our body? Well, we will not poison it. What do you mean poison? Do we really poison ourselves? Ano yung suicide? Hindi. Well, slow death ang tawag natin doon. How? O, hindi ba pag nagsigarilyo ka, you will get sick. O pag umiinom ka ng marami ng alak, you will get sick. Pag nag-drugs ka, what do you call that? That's actually not respecting your body. So dito talagang papahalagahan natin ang katawan. Malakas. Uh, at yun na nga, walang sakit. Okay. Ano pa ituturo natin sa ating Now Testament? Yun nga, uh, sharing is basically something that we will now really see ordinarily or normal sa atin yung pag-share. Because we don't own anything, everything is just being shared. Yun. Sa ka nakakita. Wala kang, hindi ka na kailangan may sariling ari-arian. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-claim na akin ito, binili ko ito. Walang ganun. So, everything is just there. You can use it, return it. Hindi ba? May mga ganyan countries. Like for example, sa Europe, yung mga bisikleta nga nila doon, nakakalat lang. Pag nakita mo, kailangan mo magbisikleta, sige, gamitin mo. Tapos mo, iwanan mo na lang kung saan. Huwag mo sabihin na sa iyo yun. Hindi sa iyo yun. May gagamit diyang iba. So, ganoon ang proseso natin sa Now Testament. Ano yan? Gusto ko din yun, ayaw nyo. Eh, kasi nakagis na nyo yung talagang, well, hindi, akin ito. Pinaghirapan ko ito, binili ko ito, pinag-ipunan ko eh. Ngayon, what you have, another person can use it and wala kang irereklamo, wala kang sama na loob paggagamit mo. Because, unang-una, hindi naman pala talaga sa'yo. Which is basically, that's the true, that's the real truth that we are really looking at in terms of, well, where, I mean, who God is in terms of, well, God in our, if you really know who God is, God is the source of everything. So, lahat galing sa Diyos. So, pag lahat galing sa Diyos at binigay sa atin, ano yan? Sino na may-ari? Ikaw o Diyos pa rin? Di ba? Dito sa New Testament, we will acknowledge that everything is owned by the source, by God. It's given to us to be shared. Saan ka nakakita ng relihiyon na yun ang tinuturo? O isang country na yun ang gagawin nilang form of government nila in terms of how they will live their lives. May ganyan eh. Dito, meron akong alam na mga communities na ganyan eh. Mga, actually ito, mga, well, religious communities and yung iba. Like I've met some people who actually belong to those communities. I don't know if you have heard of the Focolare movement. Tagal na yan eh. The Focolare movement is a Marian movement. No? Yung mga ano kay Mama Mary. Sa kanila, sa community nila, they work. But yung sweldo nila, yung produkto nila is to be shared to everyone. At yung sweldo nila, basically, wala eh. Wala sila sweldo rin eh. Ako kung may sweldo na sila. Pero parang, ang alam ko, wala eh. Basta kung ano yung kinikita, they have a share for whatever or with whatever. So yun ang magandang ginagawa nila. Na kanya-kanya silang ano, talent, skills. Yun ang gagawin mo, yun ang contribution mo. And then, kung ano yung produkto nun, yun ang sinishare para sa lahat. Oh, di ba? Ang ganda. And that was started by Chiara Lubick. I don't know if you know her, Chiara Lubick. I think she's an Italian woman. Siya, Chiara. Or I don't know kung saan sa yun or I forgot na. Ano ako eh, I got interested in them before because sabi ko, ang ganda nito. That was a long time ago. And I don't know if they still exist. Sana they still exist. No? Alright. Ano pa ang tuturo natin sa ating Now Testament? Which is not done by the old and the new. Meron bang hindi sila naituro o nagawa o kailangan o bago or wala na hindi na what? Dito, okay, one of them is instead of commandments, we are going to emphasize the universal laws. Kasi dito, walang bawal. You do anything because we are experiencing free will. We have free will. That's our gift from God. So you can do anything. So, wag ka lang makakasakit. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, you follow the universal laws lang. Because we cannot go against the universal laws. Maybe sa commandments, you can disobey the commandments. But the universal laws, if you go against the universal laws, ikaw ang maapektuhan. Like what? What are the universal laws that we are going to emphasize here? What you give out is a universal law. Eh? What you give out is what you get back. Uh, What you give out is what you get back. Ano yun? Karma. Alam nyo, karma, maling interpretasyon natin ng ginagawa natin dyan sa word na karma. Basically, karma is nothing but just taking action. It's just doing something out of the thought. Now, when you take action, of course, there is a consequence. There's a result. Yun lang yan eh. Ginigyan natin ng halaga. Ay, naku, nakarma siya. Buti nga. Oh, kita mo. That karma doesn't mean that way. It doesn't mean that in terms of, well, how it is supposed to be. Karma is really just the action that we take that would result to a certain thing. And what you get is, what you give out is what you get back. If you give out love, you get back love. If you give out envy or hatred, you get the similar thing. Yeah, envy and hatred, or both. Uh, envy or hatred, or both. Depende yan. So, these are really universal laws that are in place, not only here, dito nga, di natin inaano yan eh, pinafollow ng tama eh. But all over the galaxies, they follow the universal laws. They know it. That's why they are enjoy their lives because they know it works and they know how it works. And since they know how it works, they do it to their advantage. Ang problema natin eh, yeah, we know already that it's there, pero dinedefy pa natin. Eh. Sino tuloy ang tanga? Sorry. Sino ngayon ang mali? I mean, sino ngayon ang maapektuhan? Di tayo rin. Oh, di ba? Yan ang importanteng naintindihan natin. So, hello, Ferdy Pamintuan, Gardon. Yan, isang batikan, magaling na composer. And Maricel Lim, Nicolas Santos from Davao City. Hello. And of course, Lolita Villanueva Gibbon. Hi there. Okay, so, yun naman. Ang dami nag-attend sa atin ngayon. Alright. So, the Noun Testament. Ano mga books natin? Di syempre, di ba? May Now Testament ka parang Bible and different books. Okay, kukumpile natin the best books that we can really find that can really be of help sa ating ikauunlad. Galactic 101. Oh, di ba? Bakit hindi? And these are the sharings from beings of another planet. Because basically, we will be interstellar already, intergalactic. Eh? That's the real way of looking at the Now Testament. It will include already other beings for that matter from outer space, from other planets. Hindi tayo nag-iisa. Huwag niyo isipin na tayo nag-iisa. Hindi na totoo yun. Tagal lang ko yun. And, yun na nga, we don't die. That's another reality that we have to really explain. Nobody dies. Sa totoo lang. We just change forms. We just change our form to another um, being, although maybe spiritual, so we don't see them anymore. Like yung mga sasabi natin na mamatay, they're still alive. Basically, all the people who have died are still maintaining the same kind of thinking that they used to have while they were living in this world. Because basically, they still have the consciousness intact. And that is why, yun na nga, pag magbalik natin sa spiritual world, sa spiritual realm, or call heaven, yung lahat ng nakalimutan mo, kasi kailangan makalimutan mo yung ibang bagay para lang you can live a new life here on earth. Because kung dala-dala mo lahat yung alam mo na, eh mabobore ka na. Kasi sabi mo eh, ano ba naman yan? Eh, alam ko na yan, dinaanan ko na yan eh. So parang practically now, naging zero knowledge ka uli. Pero as we go along, in terms of growing up, doon natin nakikita na, teka muna, parang alam ko na ito eh. Parang dinaanan ko na ito eh. Parang somehow, I have experienced this. Di ba may deja vu tayo? And so because some of the memories of the past, although there is no past of another life, andyan. But again, as I've said, we can go and live another life elsewhere at the same time while we are still living our life here. Oh, how do we do it? Oh, hindi ba pag gabi, pag natutulog tayo, naginip tayo, saan tayo pumupunta? But it's basically the soul, our soul, that travels. And it meets other souls. Nag-ano sila, nagmamarites. Anong balita doon sa alaga mo? Ay, naku, kulit. Ayaw pa rin makinig sa akin. Ganon, ko-complain yung mga souls. Tigas ang ulo pa rin. Ayaw pa rin sumunod. Ayaw pa rin magbago. Anyway, so that's the time the souls are really free to really interact with other souls, which are also here on earth now. But it can still go back to heaven if they want, if it would want to, and still mingle with people because the soul can go anywhere. Although it would come back all at the right time. Di ba? Pag bago ka magising, okay, andyan na ulit siya. So, hindi pa ba kayo naniniwala doon sa, yun na nga, lalo na paggabi. Kaya nga dati I didn't appreciate sleeping eh. Because sa akin, I needed the time na mabawasan yung oras ko na marami kong ginagawa eh. Yung pala, nilalakawan ko yung oras ng soul para gawin niya yung dapat niyang gawin. So now, I have a specific time. Okay, at this time, I actually enjoy a new world with my soul. That's why when I dream, well, yeah, I live in another world, another dimension. Actually, you can have a conscious dream if you want to, in terms of, well, how you want your dream to materialize in your, in your sleep. I used to do, I mean, up to now, I do that. Eh. When I wake up and alam ko, oops, madaling araw pa ito. Pwede pa ako matulog ulit. But when I go back to sleep, sabi ko, I want to dream on these things. And somehow, I would think of them. Mamaya, while thinking, mamaya I'm dreaming them already. Oh, kasi, iniisip ko, mamaya nakatulog na ako, pero I continue thinking about it. But it becomes alive now in my dream. Oh, di ba? Maganda. Exciting. Ako, ano-ano yung mga nangyayari sa buhay ko pag nasa palaginip ko ngayon. Lahat ng akala ko wala. Yung hindi ko na nagagawa. Yun ba? Andyan. So, that is exactly what we will teach in the Now Testament. Everything that you have to learn about dreaming, di ba? How we are going to utilize them. But, yun na nga, ano pa ang kailangan natin matutunan in this particular lifetime? Kasi if we are on Earth, and we are now living on a fifth dimension, di ba sabi nga nila age of Aquarius na, it's an age of love. Everything is going to really change. It's going to really happen. Nagbabago na. We are actually now on the cusp of that age. So I'm just preparing you nga eh. Ito mga sinasabi ko basically, ito na yung magiging norm o normal sa age na yun eh. And it's supposed to happen pa, the actual date, ang palagi sinasabi na is mga 150 years from now pa. Pero, well, ang sabi nga nila, pwedeng agahan. Pwede na mangyari ngayon. So, ito ngayon ang ginagawa ko. Bakit hindi natin gawin ngayon? Why are we still going to wait for 150 years? That means I have to come back again here. I want to experience it in this lifetime already. I came for this na nga eh. Kumbaga, ito na nga yung kwan ko eh. Kumbaga parang, hindi naman mission. Pero I'm here to really be of help in bringing this new world to come into being. Yun ang nalagang nakuha ko na yun. Natanggap ko na dati hindi ko alam eh. Akala ko kung ano kailangan kong gawin para magpayaman, mag-enjoy, para sabihin ay may kabuluhan ng buhay mo. Ayun. Naman, marami naman talaga pwedeng gawin. Pero in my case, I saw a different, um, I would say, direction. And I was given instructions pa, vivid instructions. Talagang, ano, in-explain sa akin. Akala ko, akala ko palaginip lang. Pero it became a real, ano na, sa akin. Parang a reminder na, oy, bakit di pa ginagawa? Bakit ko gagawin? Di ba panaginip ko lang yun? Hindi mo panaginip yun. Totoo yun. Ha? Sigurado kayo. Tapos yun nga. I was trying to avoid it. I was trying not to really do what was told me hanggang wala na ako talagang choice. Totoo pala. And so, what did I do? Well, yun na nga eh. I wrote a book. Aside from the book, ayun na nga, I went to Baguio. That was where I started it. Bakit ako nagpunta sa Baguio? Yun ang tanong ko eh. Sa, why do I have to go to Baguio? Well, ano ba ang naging ano ko, walang reason ko doon. Because it reminded me of Switzerland. Because sabi ko nga eh, I used to live in Switzerland. I want a similar environment here in the Philippines. And Baguio came the closest to it. Pero beyond that, why Baguio? Because Baguio was a school city, university city yan eh, university town or how if you call it, university city. Nandyan lahat pinagsama-sama. How many universities are there in Baguio that actually would cater to people who live in the northern part of the Philippines? So, sabihin, in terms of northern Luzon, no? So you're talking of Ilocos, La Union, uh, Pangasinan, di ba lahat yan, karamihan ng mga kabataan sila doon. They wanted to really study in a good school. They went up to Baguio. So, sabi sa akin, para madali mong maano ang Kamalayan, talk about Kamalayan to these people, dikit-dikit na yan. Madali ka maka-communicate with them because they're just there. Punta ka lang ng Session Road, nandun na sila lahat eh. Pupunta na sa lahat eh. That's what I did. I put up my Kamalayan library in some places. And then somehow, well, I would conduct my lectures in ano ba, some restaurants there. Saan, yun na nga. Doon ko na, na-launch talaga yung Kamalayan. So, okay, that happened. Now, why am I back here in Manila? Well, because, well, tapos na in terms of, hindi naman tapos. Na-start ko na doon. So, pwede ko nang pabayaan. And I can now put it up in other cities also. Pero yun na nga eh, na ano tayo eh, na pandemic, so we couldn't travel. So, anong nangyari, we discovered a new thing. Aba, sige, online. Mas madali. All over the world na ngayon. Mas gumanda. Kahit pa paano. Itong mga nakikita natin mga pangalan dito, karamihan dito, hindi sa Manila ito. Eh. And many of them are from Canada, from the US, from Italy. Sino-sino ba yung mga sumasali sa atin dito? So, marami. Iba-ibang countries sila. So, mas gumanda ang aking kalagayan in terms of how I am able to reach out to people. Although I still would want face-to-face in the future. Pero kung wala, edi dito na muna tayo. Ganun din naman eh. Get the messages right. I mean, clear, loud and clear. So, now Testament. What marami tayong ituturo, maganda. Talagang, this is what I am doing now. Eh. But in the lack of real words in terms of what to call it, diba? Sabi ko, what do I call it? Kamalayan, consciousness, Christ consciousness. Which basically, marami na nakakaya alam nun. So, yun nga, I might just really consider that the Now Testament. Kaya lang, I might be considered heretic or blasphemous, teaching a new religion. It's not a religion. As a matter of fact, I won't even ask anyone to get out from where they are now in terms of what their religious beliefs are. Stay there. No problem. Hindi katulad ng iba ay, dito na kayo sumapi sa aking reliyon. At dito ay magiging ganito kayo, ganyan. Sa akin wala. You can stay where you are. But I will add more to what you already know. Yun lang naman ang akin eh. To give you a clearer understanding of what your beliefs are. Again, sabi ko nga kung limited yung mga beliefs nyo ngayon, well, dito ay binubuksan na natin yung isipan sa mga mas magaganda pang mga pwedeng mangyari in other possibilities. Wala nang fear. We are not going to talk about a fear, God. We are not going to be a God-fearing people. We are going to be a God-loving people. We are taking out fear from our vocabulary. Everything is